Welcome back to Helizak Art with Sean. That's me. I am so excited to be back in my own home, in my own art studio, which, really looks like a mess to side, but the paints and stuff are all organized. Anyway, I don't care. I'm home and I love being home. So I loved being with my daughter, don't get me wrong, but I love being at home with my own stuff. So I want to paint. So we're going to paint. And I'm going to upload this as soon as I'm done. And no editing, you're just going to get it how it happens. So I want to start you with, I'm on a 9x9 canvas. And yep, this already has paint on it. It's pretty, but it didn't do what I wanted it to do because these are supposed to be glow-in-the-dark paints. So I'm pouring over it. I'm going to do a paint grenade flip cup. Thank you very much to the show pony from Masse Art Studios. Love those men. I am going to use glow-in-the-dark paints. Again, my glow-in-the-dark paints, like all of them, have been sitting in the window of my sunroom for the whole month I was gone. So hopefully that will help them do what they're supposed to do, right? So I hope it works out this time because we're actually going to do 2 9x9s. I have another one ready. Enough of me. Let's get to pouring. Okay. There's my little cup. All right, so this is the orange. And this size canvas needs 3 ounces of paint. Well, this happens to be a 3-ounce cup. So we're going to go with that. I did say paint grenade. For those of you who don't know what that is, so I'm doing a flip cup. That's where you literally flip the cup over onto the canvas. But it's a paint grenade because of this little push pin I have in the side. So in order to help make sure that all the paint comes out, and yes, I am doing these paints straight out of their little bottles. I want to make sure I don't lose the glow-in-the-dark quality. Anyway, so the pin in the paint grenade, when we pull that pin, it lets air in, which helps push all the paint out onto the canvas. Okay, so that was the blue, and this is the pink. I'm layering my cup. Let's see how this works. Okay. Now I want to go back in with a little bit more blue before I go back in with some more orange. Gotta have some orange in there. Halloween's around the corner. Whoop. It's spitting at me. Alrighty. A tad bit more blue. This cup is going to need to be really full because, like I said, it takes 3 ounces. The math for that is to find the area of your canvas. For those of you not recently doing school, that's you multiply that side by that side. And then once you've done that, you divide by 28. And that gives you how many ounces of paint you need. And it really said 2 1/4 ounces, but I'm going to get this good and full because there's always paint residue left in the bottom. Oh, it's spitting at you. All right. Whew. That's layered. I don't know if you guys can see that so well. Ooh, it's not clear because, oh well, I don't have clear 3-ounce cups. All right. So the question is, do I literally flip it or do I cheat and put the canvas on top first? It's, by the way, my very first flip cup, my first paint grenade. But those gentlemen over there at Masse Art Studios have encouraged me to try new things and do all kinds of different things. So we're just gonna flip it. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, flip. Woo! Alrighty, woohoo! Now, I have no clue if I'm going to get cells. Probably not because there's no Floetrol. I'm not using different types of paint. So there's probably not going to be a lot of cell action going on. But hopefully we get some really cool effects. And the most important thing is hopefully it glows in the dark when we're all done. So, all right, I'm going to pull this pin. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is so cool. Can you guys see that? I am working on trying to get some better camera angles set up, but I just got him. All right, and do this and what we call a lip, whoop, to add some fun to it. Check that out. It's so cool looking. Alrighty. I'm gonna sit that over there for a minute. All right, so lots of bubbles, mostly because I shook them all up before I put them on here. So my handy dandy little kitchen torch. Pop those bubbles. Did you see that? Woo. It's like bubbles popping in a pancake. It's awesome. Right, food. Everything is about food, right? Food and paint and my sweet husband who loves me so much. That's what my life is all about. Okay, sit that over there. Oop, throw on the gloves because, you know, hey, by the way, thank you for joining me on this journey of artistic discovery. I love, oh, look, I've got lots more bubbles showing up. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Get them to pop in there. Okay. It's actually how we're going to wind up with some cells, I think, is from all of those bubbles coming up. We got lots of little bubbles. Do, 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 do. Come on. Okay. All right, we're going to tilt it. As those Masse brothers would say, it's tilting time. All right, so I'm going to go this direction first. I'm losing some of that pink, so I did not put a flow extender on here. Masse boys would totally yell at me for that. So let me, don't really want to use weight. I don't have any black mixed up. So what am I gonna use, gentlemen? Ladies and gents? You know, I think I'm gonna do this. I have this deep red mixed with phthalo blue. I don't have a lot left in there. I'm gonna add a little water to it, thin it out, and we're gonna use that as a flow extender. Just to help it, these paints move along, they'll slide instead of rolling over the top of each other. Because we don't want to lose any of that cool stuff going on. Okay. Yeah, I need to buy some more phthalo blue so I can mix some more paint. Alrighty, just right around here. We're gonna get it all on there. So, Mina Villegas is also really, really good at just doing a lot of different techniques. That's one of the things I like about both of them. I need a bit of red to get that. Okay, so let me just kind of move this out here to my edges because we want this paint to move really well. Please, if you're new to the channel, or if you're old to the channel and haven't done it yet, please subscribe, like, leave a comment. I will respond personally to every comment. And sharing so that other people can see is how you support me in this endeavor. Even if it's something that you're not particularly fond of, it doesn't mean other people won't be. All right. Oh, go back to center. Gotta go back to center. All right, I'm gonna walk it around this way a little bit. I may have made that flow extender a little too wet. I don't know, we'll see. It's all gonna slide right off, but this is definitely sliding better now. Let's get that off of that corner and anchored in. Back over here. Let's turn this on so you guys can see this better. And come back over this way. All right. Down. There we go, over that edge. And I want to come back over here to this corner too. Alrighty, so whoop. Probably added a little too much water to that flow extender, but the most important trial is whether or not these glow-in-the-dark colors are actually gonna glow when this piece is finished. So, all right, got a few sides to touch up on here. Make sure I get those drips. Make sure everything is copacetic. Anybody even know what that word means? It's one of those words we used when I was growing up. Okay. All right. Let me grab a paper towel. Oh, there they are. All right. So I think it's cool. I need to run the torch over it again one more time, pop the rest of those bubbles, and then we'll move on to the other one. These bubbles pop real quick. Come on. Okay. Oh, oops. Okay, let me close these. I'll put them to the side. I'm going to move all of this out of the way. That is the joy of a little piece of parchment paper. Just saying, it makes cleanup and moving things very easy. Right. Let me grab another piece of parchment paper out of here. Grab my other canvas. Tape, no, not taped, but they are pinned. And level. Yep. Okay, so we're good there. And what did we notice? We noticed I didn't have a flow extender in the last one, so let's make this go pretty quick here. Flow extender. Ooh, okay. Sorry, you guys can't see it. Like, I'm gonna show you. I have this lovely drawer back here full of all my paints. So I actually I need something darker because white over the top of that isn't going to work very well, I don't think. I don't know, we'll see. We'll do white over the top. Let's see what happens. We're experimenting. So this is just some leftover, this is drippage. I haven't even mixed it to get a solid color. So I am gonna, we're gonna kind of puddle pour this one. So instead of flipping it, I'm just gonna put the color straight on here. Oops, nope, this way. I gotta turn you guys back down. There we go. No, there we go. All right, so I have the yellow, the pink. Nope, that's red. It's supposed to be red. And the green. I also have just the neutral glow in the dark. So that one isn't even open yet. Do something with that real quick. Sorry, this is taking way longer than I thought it was gonna. We're at 15 minutes already. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of that in here to my kind of base coat. Not a lot. Let's see what happens. And mix that in a little bit. I know I said no editing, which means I can't speed you up through this. I can't cut it out. You guys are stuck with the whole deal. Okay. So this is going to be part of the mix, I guess. We shall see what happens. All right, let's pour that onto the canvas. Make sure we have plenty of that. I do like to get out closer to the corners because sometimes those are hard to reach. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We can see a few little chunks of paint. I'm gonna squish those down. Very not professional of me, so for all of you watching and laughing at me and yelling at me, I'm sorry. But this is an experimental piece. And you know what? Acrylic paints are supposed to have texture to them, so I really don't horribly mind that. Okay, good enough. All right, let's add some color to this. I'm gonna go green first. Maybe, come on. There we go. Gonna try to make that fun. And then we're going to do some yellow. Yeah, it's kind of a spooky gray on top of this black. So I think that's actually going to go really well. And then here's the red. This is just me playing with paint, guys. If these don't turn out well, I'll be honest, I don't care as long as I've learned that the paints will actually glow in the dark. That's my bigger goal. That grayish color is gonna add a little bit of nice contrast to all the glowing parts. So I'm gonna like that. Ugh. There we go. That was fun. All right, splitter splatter over the paint. Now, I do want to add just, oh, that's a chunky chunk. Let's get that chunky out of there. Oh, come here, chunky chunk. You, go away. All right. That was in that bottle. Okay, so we're gonna do this just like that. And we're gonna drag this through here. Oop. And like that. Just add some extra color in other places. Alrighty. Tilt-in time number 2. Thank you again for the shout out to the Masse brothers. You probably are totally embarrassed by this process right here. But let's see how this turns out. Ooh, get over that. Catch that edge. Come on. Off of there. All right. Back towards center. Let me turn this so you can see this. Okay. And over this way. And off of that edge. Whoop, there we go. Back this way. Come on, off the edge. Oops. Husband's trying to find that 14-year-old son who likes to hide. Woohoo. Especially when there's work to be done. All right. So, all right, we're tilting and we're tilting. I like it. I like it better than the last one, actually. But let's see. All right, we need to make sure I get edges and that I'm tilted all the way off all of my corners. Other than that, I think it's looking good. All right, so I'm gonna take some of this and touch up this corner here. Help this out over here. Whoops. That come down. This edge actually looks pretty good. This edge is looking pretty good. And this edge over here is looking pretty good. Got that covered. Okay. Let me paper towel. Thank you for sticking with me this long, waiting to see what kind of craziness would pop out. Take this glove off. Yeah, I reused them though, so gotta take it off carefully. Alrighty, let's pop the bubbles real quick because there's some in there now that it's a little bit thinner, so the bubbles are closer to the surface. Okay. All right. I do have. Hold on. Chopstick time. I get this spot right here. Yep. Okay. I have this spot right here. Oh, you can fix those little tiny chunks when they show up. Just drag that through there. And this looks good. All right, so I'm going to bring you down for a close-up on both of them. I actually like them. As crazy as it was to do them, I like them. Now is whether or not they will glow in the dark. So you'll have to wait for the next episode to see that, because like I said, I am not editing this and I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna upload it as soon as I'm done right here. So went all that work to have clean hands. Okay, so let me do this and show you this one. So this is just a little 9x9 canvas. So these are actually these are more of the silk canvas that I picked up. Here's the first one that I picked up at the secondhand store and painted over with black just as test pieces and practice pieces. So it's one of the other reasons I wasn't really concerned. These really are not expensive canvases. These paints are all the folk art glow paints, just so you know what I was using. And thank you all for joining me on this journey of artistic discovery. I'm gonna go upload this to YouTube. See ya.